So today we have got day 2 of the second week of my first block. We're not looking to do anything crazy. It's literally just going to be deadlifts. If you saw day 1, then you would know that currently my abs are fried. And yeah, I'm hoping today might be slightly better, but my core is still feeling really soft and tender. So I need to go get changed, and then I'll hop in the car and I'll talk to you then. So my pre-workout that I take is one of my favorites, to be fair. I have tried a few different pre-workouts now. I've tried stuff like Redcon 1. That was my favorite for a long time. What else have I really enjoyed? To be fair, I think Redcon 1 and like ABE, they're about the only ones I've ever tried. But now I have this, which is murdered out. And this is like limited edition one, red rum, really nice. Now, usually what I do is I take a single scoop of this instead of a double, just because I'm not a fan of getting like a huge amount of beta-alanine. If I show the contents, and you might be able, if it focuses, to see the contents, but basically it's got enough caffeine with one scoop. So all I do is supplement it with L-citrine malate, just in its raw form, and my creatine monohydrate. And I would usually put all of this in my shaker, but my partner has taken my shaker in her gym bag. If you see this, give it back. I will pay the ransom. But yeah, oh, and one other thing. If you are not having cranberry juice as the base of your pre, you're seriously fucking up, bud. This is like the best thing ever. Not only does it make any pre taste better, but the antioxidants in this are going to help a lot with pumps. And then when you add citrine malate and everything else, the pump is just nuts. So what we do, to be fair, I'm a powder man first and then a liquid man second. I know that's going to start a war, because I know there's a lot of people who swear by putting, you know, the water or whatever in first. Personally, I think you're wrong, but that is personal opinion again. But there we go, 1 scoop of pre. So this is a 6 gram scoop, by the way. So 1 scoop of pre, 6 grams of L-citrine malate. And then because I'm 120 kilos and you need, what? Oh, yeah, I'm inhaling a lot of stuff. It's 1 gram of creatine per 10 kilos of body weight. So I need 12 grams of creatine. That is like just the powder that I have per session. I'm a grainy boy. So do these back up. Do this back up. Always remember to do your powders up properly, otherwise you're gonna have lumpy powder. And that is just horrible. But slap that back in the fridge. So yeah, this is like, oh, there we go. This is like my go-to pre mixture, because it means, like, I find sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to try and get creatine in. So yeah. Oh, that's just the framing board. So I'm just gonna kind of lean back slightly here. But yeah, so I have this. So I get a decent amount of like the pre and stuff. I get my 6 grams of L-citrine. I get my creatine. That's quite nice, to be fair. But yeah, I mean, it's a struggle to try and get all the powder to dissolve. Hence why I usually use a shaker if it hadn't been stolen. Ooh. Oh, mama. That is, yeah, that's got some kick to it. Got to try and get everything, even at the bottom of the glass. Yeah, nice. I realized I should probably also like introduce myself again, to kind of reintroduce myself to anybody that's new or anybody that doesn't know me, which will be the majority of people. My name's Alex. Most people know me as the Bench Viking. I kind of adopted that handle after I got, my old Instagram handle used to be the Mongo Strength, but Bench Viking was slightly more fitting. I'm a powerlifter, and I have been now for a while. Been enjoying it though, to be honest. I've done 8 years of powerlifting. I've only done 3 years of that coached, so like seriously. I'm 25. I now currently live in the southwest. I used to live in the southeast. Just bought a house, moved here. It's great. And my goal is I want to be one of the best 120s in the world. And obviously, if you know anything about powerlifting, that means I have to beat SSJ Bob and Rondell Hunt, which are going to be mad. Currently, my best lifts are a 292.5 squat, a 240 kilo bench, and a 315 deadlift. We're looking to make a 900 kilo total by June, July, so that I can try and push towards 1,000 by the end of the year. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I guess I'll be documenting my journey there. This time I think we'll make it. We're at the gym now. I train at Base Gym just outside of Bristol because I live in the west side of Bath. But yeah, we've got 302.5 deadlift and 5x5 bench. So it's like my volume bench day, just focus on technique. I've been coming back from a shoulder injury like the last 6 months. So I had a shoulder injury at Nationals. I still managed to put up 232.5, which was all right. Very below average, but all right. I think it was the third heaviest bench of Nationals, and it was my opener. So pretty cool. But yeah, and then we got accessories and stuff. I'll stay mic'd up, but how much talking I actually do will just kind of depend on my mentality. Sometimes I just need to focus on actually lifting. But yeah, man, I'll talk to you and I'll see you in there. Catch. Yeah, my core is still fried, and I can feel it badly as well. That was my fun. Don't do ab rollouts 24 hours, no, 12 hours before squats. And then don't do ab rollouts 36 hours before deadlifts. I've learned my lesson. Not going to do that again. Well, in walking to and from the platform, I nearly just rolled my goddamn ankle. That would have been a really good series. Space of 5 videos. Hello, I'm now in A&E. Fun. All right. I'm going to try a slightly different cue than I'm used to. That my client Nadeem, shout out Nadeem, was talking about, which is how he envisions spreading the floor for deadlifts on sumo. So I'm going to try that. That was like Looney Tune eyes there, trying not to fall out the back of myself. That doesn't feel too bad actually. Sumo still, even after all these years, feels really alien. I always feel like I'm left hanging by the bar. Either too far forward or too far back, but hanging all the same. Now, I'm gonna cut to my top set, but if people are actually interested in seeing me like work up to weight, I'd appreciate you guys saying, guys, girls, they, thems, whatever. You know, I post a certain way, which is how I kind of want to post. But within that, I want to know what people watching me want to see. Is it me warming up? Is it me just doing the like introduction, then top set? What is it, basically? I'm now going to come turn that camera off, and it's going to be very scary for you viewers because the camera's really low down, so I look like a giant. So there's been a slight change of plan. My hips basically are too tight, or were too tight. This is about an hour after I said goodbye for deadlifts, and I worked up to 270, and my left inner knee felt like someone was stabbing me with a hot knife. And then I just tested my internal hip rotation, and it's not there. Basically my SI joint, which is they sit on the like side of your glute. I've had this before, hence I know what it is. Instead of being able to go neutral into external, where you can recruit a lot of your quads, my hips were just forced in external. So I was getting a huge amount of back pain. My inner knee, like the tendon was getting stretched, so that hurt. And I couldn't apply any force down into the ground. So I have just spent the last like half an hour pulling everything out. My right hip socket feels amazing, like it's never felt before. But now we got bench, so I'm gonna go do that. So, given how deadlifts were a bust because of my hip, it means that I'm gonna push these slightly harder. I think my 5x5 volume is 180 something. So what I might do is push these for like 190 5x5. And especially since I have so much mind muscle connection with my core at the moment, because it's so fried, I think I'm going to be able to have a pretty decent session with the arch, especially now that I've started to really get back into the groove of upper teres, major minor tension, muscle right at the top, the C-bum muscles, rather than lower lat, which is restricting my arch. It should be good fun. Alright, so was supposed to be 182.5. I've jumped at 185, which isn't a huge amount. Over 5x5, 2.5 kilos. It's a fair amount of a jump in terms of total volume moved. My abs still fucking kill. Oh, I feel like an old man every time I set the bench right now. So yeah, it wasn't ideal, that session, I'll be honest. Like deadlifts deciding yet again that they don't want to be my friend, but conventional deadlift is starting to seem like maybe it's the go-to for my deadlifts now, and I'm not entirely angry about that. I think it might be the right call, because for me sumo's really volatile. It's like it's either going really well or it's going really bad, whereas conventionals, like I can actually muscle through it, if that makes sense. And I know I'm always going to talk about don't muscle through stuff, but if you can't even get to the point where you can muscle through it because the technique's just not holding up, then it's not great either. But yeah, I mean, bench flew, so I'm really happy with that, and accessories felt great. And to be fair, I think a big mentality that a lot of powerlifters really mess up on is they let one bad thing ruin their entire block or their entire session. And I used to be one of those. I used to get really, really annoyed when like my squats and my deadlifts didn't work, and it used to blow off the whole session. And now actually taking a bit of time, recentering myself and then going again, it's actually helped me a lot. So yeah, that's it for day 2 of the second week. And then we got high bar squats next. So I'll see you then. Bye.